No, I think that there's a lot of ways to get access to the Varus here for the side of DRX. They have the ability to kind of get through that front line with the hostile takeover, potentially. They also have Xin Zhao is very beefy.
Just stand around. They have no range. It's now Hype in a little bit of trouble here. Sponge making his way over. Wind does become lightning. The flash has to come out. They're going to accept that one for the moment. Towards the bottom lane, though, is Humbug. Gets some vision down. This Pillar of Flame could do a bunch of work. The hook goes wide, though. It's closer. He's going to turn up. Great handshake comes in as there's the wind wall. Sponge going to have to flash away. LazyField doing the same thing. And another pillar comes through, and the bailout not going to be working this time. First blood and a feat of strength going over to Hype. And another hook connects as Polo pick up the first palm of the tournament, my friend. He's definitely getting it. This guy's so good. Look. Morgan's turning up. Let's see what's going to happen here as Sponge already getting to work on these grubs. I believe the first one was taken by Humbug, and indeed it was, so it should be 2-1. No feat of strength going to be coming down. The flash forward here as the Ruthless Predator comes down. The knockup from Closer to follow up. LazyField's on the floor, and the Bros, they did not appreciate that Game 2 loss.
No, they certainly did not, and I think they are appreciating the early game lead that they have here in this one. First blood picked up by them early. Will be able to get 2 out of 3 grubs and prevent himself from flashing. And that being said, you know, on the other side of the map, because of that, you know, it's a successful deny on the gank, and they get the dragon out of it. So DRX bouncing back a little bit here, abusing the melee support incredibly well. The Hype didn't take the Comet or anything like that to try to poke his way into advantages, just wants to sit back. He's got 3 kills, so he's feeling okay, but at least LazyField is getting more back. Bro will be able to get these grubs, as you mentioned.
The satisfaction of watching Brand take grubs, never gets old. As well, even though the top laners didn't necessarily win out, as the hook comes through from Polu, gets the knock-up onto Rich. Sorry about the caster curse. As, yeah, I think Humbug might have the damage. Does find himself to E. There's the stun, beautifully done. Sears him down. And that is a medium rare Gragas in the top lane.
Well, fortunately, though, for DRX, they already got first turret blood in the bottom side with the Ambessa push from UCal, so at least this turret going down isn't going to be the end of the world for them. And we're still waiting to see who's going to get that feats of strength. DRX having bottom side control means they also have prio for this Drake.
He does have the dominance available. No flash, though, is now Rich. In that brush, does find the angle here onto Humbug. There's the knockup. Humbug getting himself out of the way, though, and he might actually be safe. Sponge cut down where he stands, and the Brand survives. Another hook is going to land there because Polo does not miss those. Morgan very, very low, though, as LazyField doesn't get the execution on the Rend. And now it's Hype. He has that range advantage. The Fade's call, though, may have baited them out. Hype gets knocked up, but there's no follow-up. It's just Polu that does go down. The blinking health bars on both sides. The knock-up onto LazyField. That is a lot of damage there as in goes UCal. 2 locked down. LazyField does get the bailout. Closer utilizing that wind well so beautifully. But now, can UCal survive this? Is that the triple? Yes, it is. And DRX, they're on the board and in a big way.
A quiet early game for UCal.
No.
Oh, boy.
He was on a ward.
Well, things turning up in a big way here for DRX. So the Rich committing the teleport. They're on the dragon now.
With the Bros. And now it's even closer than it was before. Polu possibly out of position here at the same time. The Hail of Arrows is going to slow down Sponge. He has to use the ultimate. Good handshake there from Andil. As, okay, the Herald is going to lose interest. Polu's just going to be cut down, though. That is going to be the bailout successful, but immediately it's locked up again. LazyField trying to find another angle here to get even more aggressive. But a 1-for-1 in the end, not going to spell out too much.
They have prio right now. Hambach is not able to put any damage into DRX just yet.
All right, the Lord's flank angle is looking a bit dangerous here as the Rift Arrow going to be secured by Hambach. Morgan can flash and gets on top of LazyField, but the Fate's goal is pretty good. Hype untouched though until UCal gets into that back line. Still, it's going to be a flash out. Hype still in pretty good position. Humbug dealing with Rich at this point in time, but the hero that is our Lord is going to get over the wall and then back over again. UCal using all of these dashes, and it's just not going to be enough.
There, you know, without his Leandre's damage, I don't know if they actually could take this.
And that was feats of strength as well. This is going to be Pro being able to upgrade their shoes.
Absolutely.
Some fancy Nikes now available for this squad. And looking at it, like you can see the Swifties as well upgraded. Might be their first dragon of the game as well. Once again, it's going to be a Mountain Soul, which is kind of nutty. I'm finding it hard to keep up with everything. Normally we've talked about which soul it is far before the dragon has in fact spawned and been killed. But there's a lot of stuff here, you know, into this big gun in the mid lane. Yeah,
Morgan also side laning on the top side, so this 4-1 setup here is incredibly powerful, and they have the withdraws. So, I mean, they're not vulnerable for anything. They can go in.
That Chains of Corruption does come down. Turret is getting a little bit angry. Knock up onto Sponge, but not one that Closer wants to follow up on, and they'll take 2 turrets for their trouble. A third possibly going down as well if Morgan can get his minions in position.
You hear that bro win when the minions get here. DRX just trying to group.
Yep, Hex Flash over is great handshake for the disengage out of Andil, but in comes Morgan. He's pre-ulted as well, just trying to keep them busy. It is going to be Andil going down first up, but you can see there's a whole lot of getting sent back to the fountain here for the bros. Hype just trying to stand in position and deliver this damage. UCal should be able to take him out though, and there it goes. That's in fact just a kill. UCal as well, close to the highest level in the game as you just saw, and he still has a gold lead. Even though there's been 5 kills picked up by Closer. Now Polo going aggressive once again. Lazyfield feels like he has a good angle, and in fact he does. Chains of Corruption does nothing. And the exhaust comes on through there as well. The bailout was on Lazyfield. He didn't even need it. 2 on the floor. Humbug joins this Yasuo, and down goes the Lord as well. 4 on the ground for Bro.
DRX picking up this Baron will almost completely nullify the gold lead. It's going to be about 100, 200. That's the difference between them after this Baron is taken. And it's going to guarantee they have objective control for the next fight as well.
As Morgan looking to chase after him. Can they hold him in position? That's going to be the question as the turret goes down in the mid lane.
Oh, wait. The wait!
Oh, he's out of there! And the bros are unable to stop him. He's down into the bottom lane, and he's pushing with UCal. Yeah, the rest of DRX are just going to be pushing
I think the call was probably initially, hey, Rich is a lost cause. Let's hard push mid and bottom. But then Rich gets out with the TP as well. No one can shut him down, and they get 2 turrets for it. He doesn't die, and this Baron definitely said that's Challenger's baby at least 3 times.
At least 3 times.
In front of the television over on the space. But look at what Hambach has in his inventory. Right, he's got his ult. The only thing he really is missing is the flash, but he's got an arm guard for survivability. He has the tier 3 Sork shoes.
Yep.
You know, 2 incredibly strong items, the slow and the burn, to actually maximize his damage. They don't have a mage mid laner, so they really need him to do well. Speaking of,
Morgan gonna have to try and protect him. Here's the flash forward, great cost, but maybe he's now no, he's not. Lazyfield is going to be able to find him. Humbug gonna go down extraordinarily low. The bailout. Is it going to be working here? And the answer is it doesn't actually have to, because he doesn't even go down. Oh, never mind. The Leandri's burn will do it.
And Hambach doesn't expend his arm guard there. Want to make sure we can shut down DRX from getting that Mountain Soul. So it makes a wise choice there, in my opinion, because I don't think they would have turned it even if he was able to go golden there. So holds on to that critical item. The upgraded Swifties for Hype, which will give him tons of movement speed. And okay, hold that thought.
Yeah, that's going to be Morgan taking a whole lot of damage here from UCal, who's just not taking any damage at all. Morgan realizing that he just needs to deal with a minion wave, and he's not even going to be able to do that. And UCal collects his 6th, undying so far today in this game.
UCal's ult's coming online fairly soon here. He's still on a flank. Catching either Hambach or Hype will be massive TP.
Oh, here's the teleport. That's a bit of a short one, but Rich gets himself into position. Hambach goes golden, but he's the jungler, and he's just going to get executed. He does a bit of damage on his way out, but that is not going to be enough, and the bro's not going to be able to stop this Baron. They might be able to deny a dragon, I guess, but even that's up in 20 seconds, and this Baron isn't going to last very long at all.
No.
The kills have been evened out, but the gold is well and truly in the advantage of DRX, and on their 2nd Baron, they might just be able to win the game.
They did not set that up. DRX are proactive. They pick him, and that's Baron plus Mountain Soul here. And I don't know if I can call this a close game anymore. It is looking like we are looking for DRX to close this one out. It's not over till it's over.
DRX looking so strong. And Hook gonna go wide there as Rich just going to use his burly finesse to get himself out of the way. Body slam beautifully timed. They take down the turret.
UCal is just going to sit over here alone and take out this turret slowly but steadily. What they really want, the real prize is, though, an inhibitor. 80 seconds left to go. If Bro could stave the pressure off here, maybe there's a chance back into this game.
Yeah, Closey, you can see, going a little bit aggressive onto Rich, who has about 7 million health. So he'll be absolutely fine.
He's on that top inhibitor turret.
Yeah, that should be taken down here unless Closer can make something happen. He throws out the ulti. Morgan trying to get over there. Slices, dices, gets the stun, but it's not going to be enough. The flash out from UCal is enough disengage, And now Rich could be in trouble, or he could just be way too tanky. Hype trying to get some damage down here. Sponge taking a little bit, but throws out the Crescent Guard. Yukal in some trouble. Great knock up here from Closer. He has to flash though to get out of the way. The Bros are fighting as hard as they can, but it's just not quite enough. LazyFeel is inside the base. I don't know whether that was necessarily the right call, but it looked really cool, and inhibitors are still going down for DRX. The Baron is going to be up again in 30 seconds time, so I just don't know whether you're going to be able to survive with all of these supers just parading into your base.
And DRX's Team Elder, Atlas.
Amps, it's kind of crazy as the ulti catches him. And once again, Humbug is just on the floor. That broken arm guard looking at him just sadly from his inventory. And that will spell a Baron right on the spawn. And DRX, I think, might be able to end it here. The third Baron is the charm.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, they're Team Elder, but they've been doing a lot of Baron. We'll find out.
Yeah. I think not good enough, especially when he cannot stay alive when any of the members of DRX look at him.
The inhibitors will respawn in about 30 seconds here, but I think that's just enough time for DRX to get these waves going, and the super minions are still already up here in all three lanes, so they're not just going to disappear.
Yeah, well, Rich is going to find an angle. That's a beautiful cast. Polo trying to get out, but once again, Humbug is just left to the wolves. Another hostile takeover is decent, but Polo's eaten by a dragon. LazyFeel is dancing around the battlefield, and his dragon is hungry, and it's hungry for the first match win of the LCK Cup for DRX. Teddy was unwell today. LazyFeel played in Challenger yesterday, picked up player of the match, and he may do it again here as DRX take down the Casper Cup champions.
These were some of the best highlights from today's matchup. Which moment was your favorite? Let me know in the comment section below. This is OP, and I'll see you tomorrow. Take care.